Hello, welcome to a special Monday here at Daddy Daily. Today we discuss Donald Trump's ideas about the COVID-19 treatment last week.
Then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning?
Over the weekend, news organizations and social media had a day of fields over Donald Trump's comments, and the Trump supporters fired back by saying the news was fake and that his words were twisted by the media.
But I was asking a very sarcastic question to the reporters in the room about disinfectant on the inside. But it does kill it, and it would kill it on the hands, and that would make things much better. That was done in the form of a sarcastic question to the reporters.
Trump's own defense was that he was being sarcastic by suggesting that the disinfectants could be injected into the body to kill the coronavirus. Trump's defenders further argued that Trump was asking doctors if these ideas could work and nothing more, and that his character was being assassinated by the liberal media once again.
The disinfectant has an unbelievable, it wipes it out. You saw it. Sun and heat and humidity wipe it out.
By looking at Donald Trump's behavior just before he made his speech, we can get a clearer idea of what actually happened. While looking at this graphic, the Donald Trump stood motionless, doing that thing dogs do when they stare out of the window, the tiny hamster wheel in his brain racing, formulating all kinds of ideas. He walked up to the mic and his mouth vomited these words.
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light. And I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning?
Deborah Brinks, a well-known virus expert and White House coronavirus response coordinator, was noticeably affected by the free-flow spoken word delivery of the Donald Trumps. So let's try to be fair and balanced to a man who has never been fair and tips the balance of any scale, yes? Oh, very pudgy, like a alabaster walrus, yes? Except people like walruses. UVC or ultraviolet lights have been used in water and air purification since the late 1990s and has been proven to kill many viruses and germs of all kinds. It would kill the coronavirus but damage or kill every cell in your body, so it cannot be used as a focused eradicator of coronavirus. Disinfectants do kill the virus but also severely damage the human body. This brings us to Donald Trump's lack of eloquence. Donald Trump speaks like a sixth grader doing a book report on Tom Sawyer. He only remembers the N-words, yes, for obvious reasons. People look to their leaders in these times of crisis for answers, not for their questions. Donald Trump is a narcissistic sociopath, and he needs to be the one telling doctors where to research.
And I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it.
It never occurred to the doctor until the Donald Trump's superior brain brought it up. Thanks, Captain Obvious. We'll check it out. Donald Trump demands absolute authority, and he needs to look like he's the one in control, even if he doesn't understand what he is actually talking about.
A hard surface. This is a hard surface, I guess maybe depending on whose hand you're talking about, right? But this is a hard surface.
Your brain has a hard surface, you dumb. Given that Donald Trump lacks basic leadership skills and displays a childlike level of reading and writing comprehension, our writers have drawn up a few ideas to help him fare less as a president in a segment we like to call Just a Suggestion. Stop dismissing dead Americans.
Mr. President, 50,000 people have died today. You're saying that you want credit for what the government has done. Do you take any responsibility for these 50,000 deaths that have happened in this country?
I think we've done a great job. As you know, minimal numbers were going to be 100,000 people. Minimal numbers were going to be 100,000 people, and we're going to be hopefully far below that. If we didn't take quick action, you could have lost many millions of people. So we're really being given a lot of credit.
This happened on your watch as president. You are supposed to say something like, "Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of those who lost loved ones and are working tirelessly to make sure no more of our citizens will succumb to this heinous virus." If you need one of my writers to help you out, I can have them email you some copy for a very competitive rate. You answer the question of reporters you hate first. Stop telling news outlets that they are fake or dishonest. Every organization has an agenda, including yours. By engaging with the ones you hate, answering their questions, you can then move on to the bootlicker reporters to finish strong. This is a common tactic because it works. If you don't want to get trapped by an unfair question, stop doing horrible immoral things. No one cares about your process, only your conclusions. You are a hurricane of bad ideas, and no one has time for that. Do your infantile musings behind closed doors, not in front of a recording device. You are terrible at improvisation, like Carrot Top bad. Sadly, you are even worse at reading. Just have someone tell you what to say from an earpiece, like Ellen or Barack Obama. You have 200 days left. Don't give the press conferences, don't tweets, don't engage with anyone because you can't put 4 words together without coming off like a drunk sailor with scurvy and syphilis. Dolphins who survive torpedo retrieval accidents are smarter than you. Just ride it out. If you win, start a daily podcast from the Oval Office called The Obvious Notions of Donald Trumps. And if you lose, kindly vacate the White House and go back to Florida, leaving a long trail of slime behind you to a cheating crowd larger than Obama's. So with that, we wrap up this episode of Daddi Daily. Please Clintaka and subscripti bienzo, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.